chemotherapy, more like retail therapy. Hi, I'm Milan.
Hey, I'm Matthew. We were both given the opportunity to ask for a once-in-a-lifetime experience from a certain organization that rhymes with shake a fish. So for our wish, we asked to start our very own podcast. I'm just kidding. I went to Boston, New York to watch baseball.
I went to Paris and you're at Disney, but now we have a podcast too.
Welcome to the Wish Kids.
Welcome to the Wish Kids. This is our first ever podcast. And I guess we're going to kick it off with Matthew's recent purchase.
Yeah, I'm very excited with this.
I don't even know what it is. He
Yeah.
wanted to save it.
Well, I'm a few years late to the trend, I think, but I got a selfie stick.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I can take pictures of myself, like, extended.
You can
Like
take them everywhere.
Any other selfie stick. I'm a few years, I'm late. But
Just a little.
It
Just
has
a
a
little
tripod
5 years maybe.
on the bottom, which I thought was cool.
Oh wait, that's actually pretty cool that you got like a tripod in that too.
And this thing, it's a flash.
Oh.
So turn it on, and it's like it's really bright.
that is.
Sorry, viewers at home. But yeah, so I am finally tech savvy.
Finally getting on the
Yeah,
bandwagon.
yeah. But I'm excited for all my touristy travels in the near future.
Yeah. Do you want to share what you're doing about your pictures every day?
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, I've been taking a selfie every day for the past year. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it going for a few more years, but I don't know. Actually, I guess I could. I didn't think about using the selfie stick for that. Actually,
You just make them really advanced pictures at this point.
Yeah.
They're flashed. You're like blind. It's like your cones. Your cones are just more ruined.
Rods in my eye, but yeah, I got.
Yes.
That's a little biology for you viewers. Got rods and cones in the eyes.
This is one thing I remember about my eyes. Well, I know iris, and like I know how to go all the way back.
Pupils.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, yeah, that's my purchase. And actually, that was a few weeks ago. I've been saving it for several weeks to show you.
He's been anticipating this.
Yeah.
For a long time.
But then this morning at like 8 a.m., I woke up and was like, I need to buy stuff. And not like stuff that like I need this because I need it, just like I want the feeling of buying something, like having something new. And so at 8 a.m. this morning, I bought 2 things off of Amazon with 1-day shipping because of Prime. Thank you, Prime.
Yes.
Not a sponsor.
We've never heard of them.
Yeah, for those out there that need shopping fix. But no, I bought those 2 things, and then 30 minutes later, I bought a new video game also.
Wait, what'd you buy on Amazon though?
Oh,
Are they viewer friendly?
Yeah. I bought a camera link, which like allows me to use like a DSLR camera or like a GoPro as a webcam. And I bought a USB cable in order to connect USB to HDMI.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Those are solid purchases. I think those are stable. Having an HDMI cable that converts to a USB. I'm sorry, that is just like you gotta have one, especially now with the new computers. They like took away like the USB port, so you have to get like another long tail, and then like it connects to a bunch of other things. It's like the iPhone when they got rid of the headphone jack and you had like 8
the dongle
things like hanging off of it.
Sorry, this is becoming a tech podcast now.
We're reviewing things now.
But no, so I bought those things like this morning, and then waiting, like I just was so excited to get them and was waiting for them. I was like, I want to buy more stuff. And so I bought
this one does.
I bought a video game, and then I almost bought What else? I almost bought something else too. I was going crazy today. Um,
Wait, what's the video game? I need to know.
oh, it's called Jackbox Party Game.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. I'm sorry if people are listening, they know what that is.
It's like I feel like it's big in some groups. It's like there's like 7 of them. It's kind of like a board game pack. It's cool. It's like you get like 4 different little mini games kind of in it. It was on sale. So,
Well, yes, sales are the best way to buy things.
yeah.
And coupon codes. I love coupon codes, like when they're up at the top. Or, okay, you know what? This is how I get suckered into buying things, is when they have the like free shipping over like X amount of money. Like,
That gets
I,
you.
I will get, like, if it's like $35
Yeah.
for like free shipping, I will buy $35 worth of merchandise
Oh my gosh.
to get free shipping. I'm sorry, I have such a problem. If I see that shipping is like $2, I'm so bothered by it.
Yeah. I mean, I usually buy stuff only if it has free shipping. Like I'm not, and if it's not free shipping under like 35, I'm not gonna spend 35. I'm just not gonna buy it. Like I'm just
Right. Exactly. Well, I don't know. It depends. Like if I'm like at like $29, I'm like, I'll go find something that will like
yeah.
push it over.
Yeah. My mom actually taught me something cool with that. Not really cool. Cool is not the right word, but it's like if there's something you want, let's say like $15, but you need $25 for free shipping, she would always just buy an extra thing to push it over and then immediately just return that extra thing she bought. Like never even consider actually using it because the free shipping, it's free shipping to return something. Um, yeah, so it's
Really?
like
Because I'm pretty okay. I think that's for certain websites though.
I think it's most, or she would just return it in store a lot.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
like if your store is like near
close by.
you, that makes sense. But that's actually kind of smart. Just be like cancel right away. Just be like, not ordering that.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because it's like, why spend the money on shipping when you can?
When you can get an actual item.
Yeah,
That's what I don't understand. It's like I I don't know. I want if I'm spending $2, I want something that's worth $2.
yeah, $2. Oh, $2 shipping sounds so nice. It's usually like $15.
Oh, yeah, it's like 7. I think like if you wait for like the slowest, which is like 2, 3 weeks.
Yeah,
And then like unless you're someone who expedites your shipping and you're spending like $30 to get it the next day.
I can't imagine
I
spending
would never do that.
yeah
I couldn't.
like the 1 day shipping for like $60. Like there's or you wait like 3 days and it's free. It's like oh I'm fine waiting.
Yeah, I'll wait 3 days. But I'm like so excited. And then I think like maybe it'll come a little early. Like maybe the USPS guy is like right there. And like, oh, it was just so close. But then like it comes at your like delivery time. And I'm just
hmm I feel like yeah, waiting for the product is the hardest because you're like there's so much anticipation.
like, right.
Um,
I think that's the only like really big con about online shopping is like you have like you can only you get it after a little bit of wait, whereas like when you go into the store, it's instant.
yeah, but I think that's why they do that. I mean, obviously they don't have a choice in because they need to ship it to you somehow. But I realized for me when I'm waiting, that waiting period is when I'm most eager, and so I'll buy things to fill the gap. Like that's what happened
Just
today.
an endless cycle.
Yeah, but then once I get the product, I'm like I'm done. Like I won't buy something for like 2, 3 like months at a time. I won't buy anything. But then once I buy like one thing, sorry, there's a fly. Um, once I buy the one thing, it just the wheels get rolling, and it's like I buy like 2 or 3 or 4 things all within like a 1 week period.
There you go,
Also,
binge
yeah,
shopping.
yeah, binge shopping. It's a real problem in this household, in just me.
It's just you. That's just a you thing. Yeah,
But I feel like
I
that's
get that.
okay.
I
Yeah,
mean, like,
common.
I understand like not buying things, and then like you get into that like mode where you're like, okay, you know what, like, oh, I just bought this, and you know what else I need?
Yeah,
I need to get this too.
yeah, very much so. But I'll wait to buy things. Yeah, like I'll have my eye on something too for weeks or months at a time. I'll have the tab open on my computer for so long.
That's the most frustrating thing is I do that and I put stuff in like the cart,
Uh-huh.
but I like forget to like log into that like account on that like website. So it just resets my cart every time. And
Yeah,
like it'll sit in the cart for months. And then like I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna buy it now. Like I've decided after weeks of like a process,
mhm.
I'm going to click purchase. And then I have to go find it again. And it's just, and then sometimes it's out of stock because I waited too long.
The out
So
of stock is the worst. Actually, that reminds me, this was back when the Xbox 360 just came out. So, oh, is that like 10 years ago now? No, that
was
can't
that
be.
10 years?
It might be
I
10
don't
years. It
remember
might
that
be.
all.
Anyways,
It
I
was in
was young.
2010.
Was it 2010?
I
I don't
don't
know.
know. That's
Okay.
me.
Anyways, I was
I
young.
have a Wii.
Um, but I remember I was on Costco.com because they always have great deals on stuff. Check out Costco for good deals on electronics, everyone.
Members only.
Yeah, members only, but it's good prices on pizza and hot dogs too. But anyways, I'm there on the
Not
website,
sponsored.
and it's like I think it was Black Friday or Cyber Monday, and there was an amazing deal on Xbox. I'm like, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy this. And so I added to my cart on Friday, and it was like, okay, I'll wait a few days before I buy it. For some reason, like I knew it was one I wanted, but I wanted to wait. And then on Monday, I decided I'm gonna buy it today. And I went and I clicked refresh, and it
No
went
more.
gray. And I was like, "What?" And I clicked like 20 times, and it was out of stock. And I remember I ran to the back room, like the room I'm in right now, and like started crying and like punching my pillows. Just I was so upset.
Aw.
And that might have been the most upset I've ever been about something. Like, like that was
You're not someone who I've like known to like get really mad about things, but like I respect getting mad about that.
yeah. Like I woke up my dad who was taking a nap because apparently he heard me bang on the floor and he's like, "You okay? I thought something fell." I'm like, "No, I'm just mad."
Just my emotions.
But yeah, but then 2 weeks later I bought one for slightly more expensive, but I've had one now. So it worked out in the end.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, like, just that process though to like consider buying it is, ugh, it's kind of grueling, but at the same time, it's so great because then you really go through whether you need it or still want it. And then, okay, by the time I'm like, I'm gonna purchase this and it's not available or it's not in my size or whatever reason, I'm just like, okay, it's a sign I'm not meant to have it. I
yeah.
have to rationalize it.
Yeah, signs are a big thing for me actually. Like that's why I keep stuff so long, like in an open tab. I won't buy it until I get some sort of sign, which is weird.
Right, like you get a message or you keep seeing it around,
Yeah,
which is a very bad process now with the
yeah.
fact that like Instagram ads and like all of our
Mhm.
social media ads can like start predicting like what you look at and
Yeah, it's
everything.
not
That then
good.
like you're just kind of really getting into like
Yeah,
oh, this popped up on my Instagram feed and it's like, wait, I just looked at that website like a week ago and now it's like just refreshing.
yeah. It's always scary when that kind of makes me want it less actually when I see all those ads for it. Like I'll be like, you guys are stealing my data. I don't want to support
You're
you.
pushing it too hard.
Yeah. Like I don't want it that bad. Whoa, whoa. Um, but no, I'll just wait for like a gut feeling almost before I press the click button. And sometimes that comes from like a sale happening. Like if it goes on sale for like $1 less, I'm like, oh, sale, time to buy. And I'll buy it or I'll have it there for like 3 months just in an open tab, keep looking at it every day, and the price might even go up and down. Like it might go down like $10, and I still won't buy it. And I'll be like, I don't want it yet. And then one day something will click, and I'll be like, today's the day, or it just never does, and I close the tab, and then I'm like, okay, like I didn't buy it. Like there are countless things I've had my eye on and like never end up buying just because I
Same.
didn't get the right feeling or
Right.
vibe.
And it's like then you also have to assess a place for it, like where it would go. And if I'm like, oh, you know what, like I'm not really sure what I would actually use this for, I'm just
Yeah.
bye, close all tabs.
I mean, yeah, you seem to have a place for your shoes, though.
Okay, my shoes. I did. Well, actually, that was a process too. I got a shoe caddy, but like now I've exceeded the room on the shoe caddy.
What's a shoe caddy for
Oh,
myself and the
this is
viewers?
it's actually one of my classes. We took a quiz on like what people call things in like the certain regions, and I just did that. Like I don't know another word for it. A shoe holder, like a shoe display where you display
Okay.
shoes. Like you put them
Like
on and you can like see the shoes.
like a
Shoe
shelf?
storage.
Like a shelf.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So I recently put one in my closet, but then I ordered 10 pairs of shoes. And
At once?
I know. Okay, but okay. But I am a very small individual. So my shoe size is in kid sizes. And one thing I know about having like an older sibling is their shoes when they outgrow the like shoe chart for little kids, they get expensive. Mine have not. Like I'm still right in that like $20-$30 range shoes. And then like my brother's over here with like $80 shoes. And I'm like, I get 2 pairs for the price of your one. So that's how I rationalized it was
So
I
you bought
just
10. You
well, yes, I have 10, but now I don't have to buy shoes for like a long
for the
time.
rest of your life. You're set.
Literally, like because I keep my shoes very pristine. I
Mm.
think I've showed you before, but I will explain it that I've had like a pair of shoes since like 5th grade, and it
Yeah.
still looks like you can tell it's been worn a
Aren't they
little bit.
white also? Aren't they white?
Yes, I have a white pair,
Wow.
and then and like it's like you can tell like it's not like that bleach white anymore. It's like a little cream because like I've worn them for a few years.
Yeah, since the 5th grade.
Yeah, 5th grade.
That's
So
a
long
few
time.
years.
Long time. So I'm clearly not in 5th grade anymore. It's hard to tell, but I'm not. But I just yeah. But like I don't know. Just now I've completed the like collection for
It's
now.
it's a I don't think we said it yet. It's a Converse collection,
It
right?
is a Converse collection, not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Hopefully someday.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh, can you imagine Milan and Converse collaboration?
Yeah. So all 10 pairs you ordered were Converse.
Yes. Well, one pair is Vans, but yes, majority of
Oh,
them are Converse.
I'm
I
not,
know.
I won't say
I
anything.
got a slip-on checkered Van pair. I haven't had one since like Troy Bolton from High School Musical started wearing them and like bet on it. I got a pair of Vans then, and then I outgrew them.
Is is I'm not gonna actually never mind. I was gonna ask if that's a song from High School Musical, 'cause I've never seen it, but I
Bet
assumed
on it?
yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Wow. Just
Yeah.
learned something new about Matthew that he's never seen High School Musical.
It is what it is.
A tragedy. I don't think we can proceed with the podcast anymore.
I'm gonna take my Converse and one Van and leave.
Bye. How do you leave? No, just kidding.
Wait, so all 10 pairs or 9 pairs of Converse, and they were different colors though, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I've completed a rainbow. It's been my goal. I'm actually missing one color, which
What
is such a tragedy, and it's orange.
They sell orange what
They
color
do
do you
have
have
orange
them?
Converse, and they didn't have my size in the orange.
Your kids
So
size in orange.
yes, the kid size, they didn't have the orange.
A
And
hot color.
I literally do not fit into like women's or men's sizes. Even like the ones where you try to convert with like the European chart and like the measurements and stuff, it doesn't work. Yeah.
Wow. Going to extreme lengths.
It's so tragic sometimes when I'm like, oh, that shoe looks so cool. And then I'm like, oh wait, they don't make kid sizes.
I've seen some kid shoes that look cooler than adult shoes. They do you I have a question for you, actually. I've never asked this. Do you have any Velcro shoes? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, nice.
Honestly, I used to only buy Velcro shoes.
What age was this?
I was like 8, like
Okay,
9.
okay. I thought you were gonna say, oh, this is like high
This is
school.
yesterday.
Yeah.
All my Converse are
Yeah,
Velcro.
as of my Converse purchase, before that it was only Velcro.
Well, tying my shoes used to make me anxious because in order to pass kindergarten, I am not kidding you, in order to pass kindergarten, we had to learn how to tie our shoes, which is
Huh.
like that's not like a bad like
No,
age to learn, but
yeah,
like I still wore Velcro shoes religiously. Like that's what I showed up to school in.
yeah.
And so like tying my shoe, I didn't like, but I figured it out because obviously I passed kindergarten. But like,
Congrats. That's a big
thank you.
accomplishment.
It's a big day for me. Um, but yes, I loved Velcro shoes, and that's the biggest perk. And they're coming back actually in adult shoes.
Yeah. Well, I wore Velcro, or for a long time I had shoes that had laces and then Velcro over the top.
Mhm.
That was like seventh grade. I was still wearing those, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, wait, were they high tops too?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I went through like a big, bulky high top shoes, like
Yeah.
from like Zoomies. I don't know if you're familiar with that store.
You have one in our mall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, well, like I like was talking to someone and they didn't know what Zoomies was, and I was like, oh, is that a California thing?
Yeah. Did you have Tilly's too?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love Tilly's. I got my first like I used to only shop in the boys section of Tilly's because I didn't know they had a girls section at the time. And I got like my first like button up boy top from that store.
Wow. It's a big
Yes.
purchase.
Love Tilly's. Special
Yeah.
place in my heart.
I think everyone for the entirety of seventh or eighth grade, everyone had a Tilly's keychain on their backpack.
Yes.
That
That
was
was
the
a
cool
time.
thing to do. I never had one because I wasn't cool. But
You're
everyone,
cool now. You're cool
everyone,
now.
I try. I still don't have a Tilly's keychain though. But
It's okay. Is this still cool?
that's a teaser for next episode. You should you should watch next episode.
Keep you guessing.
Yeah. Um, what else do we have to talk about besides shopping? It's really only shopping, isn't it?
It is. This is retail therapy, baby.
Yeah.
We're talking about
Yeah,
retail therapy and making it a therapy session.
that's true. I guess we can talk about the therapy part because shopping does make you feel good.
Yes. Well, actually, before we get there, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna get ridiculed for buying 10 pairs of shoes when I think you do the same thing.
Okay, yes. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a true
Okay. Did
accusation.
you hear that? I'm not the only person.
But when I buy them, so this has happened once. Just to
Once. Air quotes.
um, but I bought 10 pairs of dress shoes because I had never owned a pair of dress shoes before. Um, and I didn't know what size I would be in dress shoes or what brand I wanted or what style. Lots of styles I found out.
Yes.
Lots of styles. Yeah. For all you young adults out there, start browsing and looking at um actors or not actors, I just yeah, red carpet people. Look at people who you like their style. But anyways, I bought 10 pairs, tried them all on, and then returned 9 of them. Um so I kept one. And now I
Okay.
have my dress shoes for the future. I'm very
Oh, have you not worn the dress shoes that you got?
No, I got these like middle of quarantine, like a few months ago.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, like this was, wait, you've never had dress shoes?
Mm-mm.
Like, what'd you wear to prom?
I rented a tuxedo. It
Okay.
came with dress shoes.
It came with shoes. Did they, oh, so it's like bowling.
I yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
I always bring an extra pair of socks when I go bowling. I know that's not the topic, but like, I just needed to say that.
I mean, I just wear my like to wear just for the bowling shoes, and you change out for your. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's smart, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get foot fungus.
They clean them, I think.
Spray. Well, now I think they clean them a little bit
Yeah.
more,
Before,
given
before they clean them.
clean's a great word for an umbrella
Yeah.
of like what clean could mean. Like, I'm pretty sure spray a Lysol counts as
It counts.
counts,
Yeah, I'd say.
but by my standards,
Yeah.
I think by most kids with like an suppressive, with a compromised immune system,
That's a good way of playing it.
we are more concerned with how things are clean.
Yeah. No, I've had that too, but I don't go around licking the shoes. Like I'm not
Oh,
gonna, and I
ew.
obviously I'm not touching my feet and then touching my face. Like I know to avoid that.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I've touched my face so much in like the podcast window thing.
Yeah.
I'm
But
just
you're
like,
not
oh
touching.
yes, yes, I totally get
Oh
that.
yeah, you've been doing that. Yeah. Yeah. As long as there's no bowling shoes in the room, you should be fine.
Yeah, I mean I wash my hands like way too much probably. The fact that like they're like cracking, you know? Have you ever done that where you look,
Yeah.
oh,
I
lotion's great.
a few weeks ago I counted how many times I wash my hands in a day, and actually I only started at like 3 in the afternoon, and I washed them 35 times, I think.
Wow.
Like it
I
was
have
like
not counted, but I feel like I'm up there in the double digits. Gotta be. Like I don't like anything after. And pencils. That's the one thing. Washing your pencils. I know that sounds crazy, but like the mechanical
yeah,
pencils.
that's smart. Yeah, no, that's very smart.
Yes.
That's,
New podcast episode, things you should wash.
plus some shopping. Yeah, we got a new title, I think.
New teaser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, back to the therapy part of retail therapy.
Yes.
Um, I think the feeling of buying stuff, like I was saying earlier, it makes me excited for the new product. I'm really excited to try out whatever I'm getting. Um, but in all honesty, when I'm in stores, like online, I like a lot, but in stores, I kind of get stressed out.
There's so many options.
Hmm.
Like there's a lot of options online, but when you're in the store, they're all laid out.
Yeah,
Whereas like online, you can like put a limit on how many items you see on a page, which is like you have more control over what you're looking at.
yeah, and I'll see stuff that I like in a store, and find out it's not my size, and I'll be upset, or I'll find stuff that's in my size, and I have to determine whether I like it or not, and then I'll try on like one size, I'll try on another size. I'm like, oh, which one do I like better? And just like there's a lot more thinking and pressure. It sounds dumb to say, but there's a lot of pressure when shopping in person.
There is. And honestly, it's a lot more work
Wow.
because I'm a person that like when I go to a store, I like to walk up and down the aisles, even though I know I don't need to go in the dog food aisle. I'm still gonna walk up and down the dog food aisle just because it's
Yeah.
like it's so fun to just look at everything. But
Mhm.
then you're like, wait, what did I actually come in here for? And you get distracted where it's like online, you can just type what you need in a tab, click on it, order it, ignore the flashy ads
Yeah.
on the side, and just get in, get out on a one tab.
Oh, I remember back when we could shop in person. I would go into clothing back in the heyday.
Back in 8 months ago.
But I would go into a clothing store, and I was one of those people that would go through every single shirt on the rack and just like swipe my hand, like look at every single thing. And like I knew I wasn't gonna buy any of them, but I'm like, oh, this is cool. Oh, this will be cool for someone else. I just look, and so like that part was fun, I guess. But then, oh gosh, it was so dirty. It must have been so dirty.
It definitely is. And
Yeah.
think about the time though that like going to the mall or going to like an outlet like place,
hmm
it's just so time consuming because I want to look at stuff in the stores and it's like I don't understand how people walk into the store and just go to like one section
Yeah.
and
Oh,
then leave. Like what
yeah.
if there's something in the other section that you like?
Yeah, when I see people like speed walking, like head down, going straight towards aisle 10, I'm like, where are you going? Like, how are you?
I gotta take my time. I gotta process.
Mhm. I always feel bad when I do that though, when I'm with people, like, because
Oh, same,
I'm
same.
always
That's
the
why,
slow
like,
one.
sorry, I cut you off there.
No, it's fine.
But I totally agree with that of like going with people to the store or like your parents when they're like, we need to go, and you're like, wait,
I didn't see
wait.
the aisle. I need to. Yeah, no, I always feel bad because I'm like, I want to see everything, just like you, and it's like I'll be looking, and I'll have some stuff in my hand that I know I'm gonna buy, but then I'll just like still be looking, and they'll be like, "Oh, do you want me to hold them?" Like, no, no, it's okay. So I already feel like bad enough, and then I'll just like see them. I can tell they're getting annoyed and like tired. So like they're not. There's nothing there for them in some of these places. Like, so I'm like, oh, like I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I want to look over here. I'm sorry. Like,
I get that.
it's a whole mess.
But I do think like a good thing of like just going shopping, like whether it's online or in person, is that gets your mind off things. Cause like I know when I was in the hospital, that was like what I would do is I just open like a bunch of tabs and like go through them all.
Yeah, I would do that. That's when I had the most tabs. I remember I had like something like 23 or 24 tabs open at once on my laptop when I was in the hospital. Yeah.
Your computer still worked,
Yeah, oh
or
my
did it
gosh,
like take forever?
the fan was so hot. It was so I had it on my lap on the bed, and the nurses and doctors would come in and be like, "Oh, what you got there?" I'm like, "Oh, just shopping," and I'll go through every single page with them there. Like,
Wow, that's
yeah,
intense.
they gave me some good advice though. They're like, "Oh, these are good." Like, "Oh, those look fun." I was like, "Oh, thanks." And then
Process of elimination. Got
I
to
didn't
get
buy any,
everyone else's opinion.
I didn't buy anything though. I don't think.
Oh, definitely not. Like I don't think I could buy anything because I was like, what am I gonna do with this? Where am I gonna wear it? Because like I'm here
Mhm.
or like I'm in my house. Like I
Yeah.
go here to hospital to my room. Like
Did you ever do laps around the corridor? Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
actually, like my brother used to wheel me around in the wheelchair. It used to be like so fun because it was not a slow wheel. It was like ooh.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
If you ever see black like screech marks on the wall of a hospital, might be me.
Speed Demon Milan.
Oh yeah, Herbie fully loaded.
Yeah.
Just comes full circle.
You've been recommending me that movie for months now.
I have been. It's so good. It's so
Still
cute.
haven't
It's such
watched
a
it.
classic. I literally have like a Volkswagen bug like right there.
Yeah. Like a
I'd
post.
show it, but like
Yeah.
the listeners would be able to see it. So
Mm.
no one gets to see it.
Just imagine that's there.
Just imagine a Volkswagen Beetle or bug, whatever you call it, slug bug. It's a more familiar term, and then you like punch someone.
Not I we call that punch buggy.
Oh, some people call it slug bug, and they like hit people really hard. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, we
I
used to
love that my car has that power.
go drive and see someone hit someone, be like, nice. Like
I'm like, yeah, yeah.
yeah, no, I haven't added that movie to to my watch list. I don't think either.
It's okay. It's okay. High School Musical and Herbie, not in your categories. I understand.
I'll
I
watch them maybe if I like run out of shows. I have so many shows. Yeah, shows or movies or run out of anything else. Anyways,
Back on track.
yeah,
Racetrack. Racetrack. What was Herbie? A car? Fully loaded. Connection.
that's a big stretch.
Thank you. Very flexible. But as long as it gets your mind off things, I think retail therapy has its like big perks. And also another one teaches you budgeting. I feel like I am such a good budgeter because I like know, okay, like I set a limit of like how much I'm willing to spend. And like if I go over that, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not buying anything then. Or I have to take stuff out of the cart. But like I usually prefer just leaving the tab.
Yeah, I'm just really cheap. I don't set a budget. I just don't buy stuff unless it's on sale.
Oh yes. Well, you got it. Coupons.
Yeah.
Little like the sale codes. What are they called? Is it literally a coupon code?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah.
But we can't hate on extreme couponers, especially
No.
now. I saw like that meme on Twitter that was like that showed a picture of like their like big cabinets in their house on that show. Like it was like on TLC or something. And they used to just have like a bunch of Lysol and a bunch of like wet wipes. And you're like, why would you need all this for?
Yeah.
And now it's like
They're
been like, yeah, and especially in the pandemic when everyone was buying everything, they were probably just at home like, ooh, y'all.
Yeah, I used to love that show. Like they would walk in and buy like $500 worth of stuff.
And it'd be like 1 cent.
Yeah, or I've seen ones where the store paid them. The store paid them like $2 or $3.
That's pretty good. And they got a bunch of products. Like,
yeah.
I don't know how they do it, but
you can do it. Like, obviously do it. Like,
if you have the time, you know what? If you're in the hospital and you have the time, sort your coupons.
Yeah, that's a good tip. It's a very good tip.
That is my pro tip of the day.
Or if you don't want to do that, just shop online and look for deals.
Yes, Groupon. Not sponsored.
Groupon was that's kind of old school now.
Really? What do they do now? Like,
I mean, they still do the same stuff, but I remember 2013 or 14 was like my mom was on that every day, like looking for deals.
2013 and 2014 seems like literally like maybe a year ago, and then I'm like, wait, it's been 6 years.
A long time ago. It's like the Xbox. It's But no, yeah, I've set budgets. I've been doing a lot of eBay auctions lately. Those are dangerous because that's fun, but then you realize you're actually spending money and say, oh, maybe I shouldn't. But like those that's one of the only times where I'll say like I'm gonna spend this much money, and I'll like
or you're gonna go real far trying to get that one item.
Yeah, even when I set a budget, I'll say like, I'm gonna spend $35 on this. Once the price hits 35 and I get outbid, I'm like, I can go 37, and then I bid it. I can go 40, and I go and I'll go up to like 45. Like I shouldn't be this high, and then and I either win it and like regret it, or I'll lose. And I'm like, oh, phew.
Yes, I love eBay so much, but like that is a big, like, you just keep bidding because you're like, oh, I want it, ooh, and it's like 1 cent, and then like next thing you know, you've like put in so many offers just like meet that guy that's watching the bid too.
Yeah, it's dangerous. It gets going fast. But it teaches budgeting, which is important for the youth.
It is very important, especially at a young age.
Yeah, especially you're sitting there in the hospital or sitting at home, don't know what to do with your money. Save it.
Yes, save it. Pro tip 1, save it. Next one, coupon. third, online shop.
And fourth, don't bid too high on eBay. That's,
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are our tips of the day from the Wish Kids.
Yeah. I think we've covered all shopping and therapy.
Literally.
Yeah, if you didn't know about shopping or therapy, now you know everything you need to know ever.
Yes.
So go
Well,
talk about it.
retail therapy, we're not preaching.
Oh, right.
We're not registered psychologists.
Not real therapy. No. If you need help, get help, definitely. That's
Yes.
my pro tip for that.
Fifth pro tip.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's time. Is it time for music?
Yes, I think we should definitely talk about music.
Great.
We're gonna have a segment on here that like at the end of every episode, we are planning on giving like a song of the day or song of the podcast rather since
Yeah.
it's whenever we upload our podcast.
Music recommendation, we could call it.
That's a good idea. Yes. Our music recommendation. I'll hand it over to Matthew first.
Yeah, well, this is the first one ever, which is pretty exciting.
Yes, this is a lot of firsts today.
First podcast, first retail therapy session, first music recommendation.
Briefing from our online purchases.
But my song recommendation for all you listeners and viewers out there is Electric Love by the band Borns, or it might be an artist. Electric Love. It's a really good song.
Fan much?
Well, the cover of the album has one person, so I like the song. I listen for the music, not for the
artist is Borns.
Yeah, it's by Borns. And the song is Electric Love, and it's really good.
It is a good song. I have to agree with you there.
I feel like most people have heard it. I guess not most people. A lot of people have heard it. If you haven't listened to it, it might sound familiar. If not, you'll like it. I hope. I like it a lot. I know that.
Yes, and we're gonna probably make a Spotify playlist so that like all of the songs that we do recommend, you can just find in one place.
Yeah, or Apple. Can you do that on Apple?
You can, but I don't know if it's public. I don't know.
Spotify
seems safe.
Spotify.
My song is going to be Wildflower by the National Parks. And it's just, it has a good melody. So
is the National Parks an artist or a band?
Let's go band.
Okay. Well,
I'm sorry for calling you a fake fan. Because the song is written by one person. So that's why I'm not sure. Because I feel like most band members either collab or something, but maybe it's like the lead singer who writes the songs and then they all throw in the instruments, you know? I don't know.
It's a good song though. I like it.
It is a good song. I think that's going to finish off this episode of the podcast.
Yeah, thank you to our listeners and viewers. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you back here next time. And the Wish Kids wish you well.
Thank you to our moms for moderating and our dads for approving nods and occasional thumbs up.
We would also like to thank all of our wonderful nurses and doctors that we have had along the way and remind you that they are healthcare professionals, not us.
Please keep in mind, any medical information or stories shared and discussed in this podcast are based on personal experiences and are not meant to serve as medical advice. Please talk with your doctor about any medical concerns, questions, and guidance as they are trained medical professionals.
Any brands, corporations, trademarks, or characters in the show, even those based on real people, are purely fictional.
The Wish Kids wish you well.